Shipping containers plays the most vital part in delivering goods from one region to different parts of the world. Whether it is trade, shipping industry, or transportation work, none of it will be possible without shipping containers. Numerous types of shipping containers are used to store different kinds of goods depending on the structure or requirement of the material that is being transported. The containers vary in different structures, shapes, dimensions based on the product they are meant to carry and their purpose. Two of the most widely used containers in the world to transport ocean freight goods are the 20-foot standard shipping container and the 40-foot standard shipping container. To avoid confusion and standardize a ship's capacity, the number of containers a ship can load is translated into a number of 20-foot containers, and that measurement is known as TU. 20 feet is 1 TU and 40 feet is 2 TUs. There are standard containers and high cube containers. High cube shipping containers are similar to standard shipping containers but with the added room of an additional 12 inches, 1 foot of height. The 45-foot high cube containers are next most popular containers. They have the normal container corner castings 40 feet apart, but then they have two equal about 2.5-foot extensions on each end of the container. These extensions also have corner castings at the actual corner extents of the container. Having multiple sets of corner castings allows 45-foot containers to be stacked with 40-foot containers. "48-foot and 53-foot high cube containers are less common than 20, 40, 45-foot containers but are still fairly widely available in certain regions. With an additional 6 inches of width, a 48-foot container is 6.25% wider than a 40-foot or 45-foot container. Much like 45-foot containers, 48-foot shipping containers have multiple sets of container corner castings, one set at the actual corners, and one set 40 feet apart. This enables it to be stacked with 40-foot containers. Like a 48-foot container, a 53-foot container has corner castings at 40 feet, followed by two equal extensions that bring the length out to 53 feet. However, the extensions on a 53-foot container are about 6.5 feet long each. ISO standard containers have been customized to meet the demands of exporters and importers in international trade. With different shipping container types, it's possible to ship everything from bulk grains and raw materials to perishable commodities. Dry, general-purpose containers. The general-purpose containers are the most commonly used category of containers. These are also known as dry containers. They are used to ship dry products, and they are fully enclosed from all sides, making them weatherproof. These containers carry standard types of cargo. Flat rack containers. Flat rack containers are ideal for carrying goods like heavy machinery, vehicles, building materials, etc. These containers have collapsible sidewalls, which can be folded to store cargo in a more accessible and efficient way. After loading the shipment, the sidewalls can be unfolded, making it a secure way to transport cargo. Open-top containers. As the name suggests, the roof or the top of the container is entirely removable. This feature makes overheight products that cannot be loaded traditionally from the front door easy to load. Likes of the product include tall machinery and finished products that are tall in nature and can be loaded from cranes or rail bridges only. Refrigerated ISO reefer containers. Reefer containers are generally used for storing and shipping temperature-sensitive products or materials. The most common examples of the products can be edibles like fruits, vegetables, meat, etc. These containers are powered by an external power source to maintain the specific internal temperature inside the container. Insulated containers. The insulated containers share a lot in common with the ISO reefer container. The only difference is that the thermal container has a regulated temperature that can cope with high temperatures. They are attached to a mechanical compressor to heat or cool the insides of the container. They carry items that are easily affected by temperature, like blood, organs, food materials, etc. Tank containers. Tank containers are designed to carry liquid or fluid materials. They are made up of strong steel and anti-corrosive materials. But there is a condition with them, and these tanks must be 80% filled to prevent surging of liquids inside them, and should not be filled more than 95% to allow sufficient room for thermal expansion. Bulk containers. Bulk containers are used in particular for transporting bulk cargo, such as grain, feedstuffs, spices. However, they may also be used for transporting general cargo. Ventilated containers. The ventilated containers are generally used to transport cargo with good moisture contents, which requires ventilation while transit. The cargo, like coffee beans, cocoa beans, etc., is moved in a ventilated container. Car carrier containers. Car carrier containers are specifically designed for car transportation. They are divided into two halves with a retractable platform so that you can fit 2 cars in the container. Often they also have removable sides for easier manipulation when loading the vehicles,